so pleased to be here today to present Dr. Anita Ravi with the Prem Paul Award for Research in Anti-Human Trafficking. This award was created in honor of Dr. Prem Paul, who served as UNL's Vice Chancellor for Research and Economic Development. This award recognizes creative excellence in anti-human trafficking research and reflects Dr. Paul's commitment to leveraging cutting-edge and innovative research to tackle some of the world's most pressing problems. On behalf of the Forsyth Family Program on Human Rights and Humanitarian Affairs, I am honored to present this year's award to Dr. Anita Ravi. Dr. Anita Ravi is a physician, public health scientist, and researcher working in the area of gender-based violence and trauma-informed care. Dr. Ravi is the co-founder and CEO of the Purple Health Foundation, a nonprofit organization that advances the health of communities by investing in the physical, mental, and financial health of women and girls who have experienced gender-based violence. Prior to Purple Health, Dr. Ravi founded and directed the Purple Clinic in New York City, a pioneering primary care clinic for survivors of human trafficking and other forms of abuse and exploitation. Dr. Ravi's work on gender-based violence and anti-trafficking research has been widely recognized. She received the Family Medicine Education Consortium's Emerging Leader Award in 2016 and was recognized as a 2021 40 Under 40 leader in minority health by the National Minority Quality Forum. Dr. Ravi currently serves as the Vice Chair of the American Medical Association's Women's Physicians Section Governing Council, is a member of the National Quality Forum's Prevention and Population Health Standing Committee, and serves as a consultant to the United States Office for Victims of Crime Training and Technical Assistance Center. She is a graduate of Washington University in St. Louis and received her medical degree from the University of Michigan School of Medicine. She earned her master's in public health from Yale University, her master's in health policy research from the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, and is a graduate of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Veteran Affairs Clinical Scholars Program Fellowship. Dr. Ravi regularly writes, draws, and speaks at events across the country about how the healthcare system must radically change to meet the needs of people who have been systematically marginalized. If you haven't already, please be sure to watch Dr. Ravi's contribution alongside her colleague Keisha Walcott to this year's virtual Human Trafficking and Forced Migration Summit. Their video focuses on providing healthcare for trafficked survivors, and I'm sure you will find it informative and inspiring. Dr. Ravi, thank you for sharing your work with us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much for this honor. It's tremendous, and I hope to live up to it throughout the rest of the Purple and my career.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit about next steps for Purple and for you, and where you see the future of anti-trafficking work going?
Yeah, I love thinking about the potential that Purple has on impacting human trafficking and our healthcare system in general, and how learning from survivors, whether it means how we design our healthcare systems, how we design social service systems, and everything else that interconnects, how we can do that in a way that elevates everybody, all of us. We're all connected, and however survivors do is how we are all going to do in our communities. And so the next step for Purple right now is we just opened our affiliated clinic called Purple Family Health, and now we're living our principles. We're doing care without cost to survivors, and doing it in a holistic way that's survivor and trauma informed. So we'll keep you posted on, on how this evolves to just become a normal part of everyday healthcare for everybody.
Great, well, thank you, and congratulations on the new clinic.
Well, thank you.
So one question that we get a lot from our students that I would love to hear an answer to is, what can they do if they want to be an ally and an advocate for anti-trafficking, for stopping gender-based violence, for creating equity in our healthcare systems? What are some steps that our students can take?
So students are so powerful because they're the future, right? They're in a space where they can still imagine how things could be better, and then they have the tools and the power that they're learning to do it correctly. And so I think one of the most important things students can do is recognize the application of what they learn, both in their professional settings, whatever they choose to do, whether it's healthcare, whether it's in social services, law, economics, finance, business. And also in their personal lives, because I think a
Mm.
lot of times, a lot of the lessons learned in care are things that need to translate to just how we live everyday life, how we choose to purchase what we do. Sometimes now I'm thinking more about labor trafficking and thinking about getting things that are socially responsible, ethically responsible, but also thinking about those things when I'm doing the work that I do and thinking about all of the other ways in which healthcare intersects with things that we don't traditionally think of. And I think the more comfortable students are in thinking about connecting the dots with not just siloing human trafficking, but thinking about how human trafficking really runs a big part of our world and thinking about which aspect they want to have an impact in, I think that can be tremendous in the solutions that they come up with to solve the question.
That's great. I love that answer, and I will share it widely with our students. So thank you again for being here with us and for sharing your expertise with our human trafficking, anti-human trafficking, and forced migration community. And again, congratulations on receiving the Dr. Prem Paul Award.
Thank you so much. Research is such a huge part of what we do, and we want it to matter and not just die in a journal somewhere and bring it to life. So we really, really appreciate this honor. Thank you.